I'm an aerospace engineering student, and I've noticed that while I'm taking tons of classes towards my major, I haven't really had much of an opportunity to actually do much engineering. So today, I decided that I'm going to change that. Now, I have never made anything to this scale before. I've never designed anything for a plane or much past a Beyblade before, which they're awesome, so like, hey, that's pretty good. But this is going to be a pretty good challenge for me. But thankfully, I think I know where I need to start. So these are going to be the brains of the plane, and I originally wanted to use Arduino, but I don't really know that much about Arduino, and I realized that I would need tons of help for that to be an actual viable option, which I guess does bring me to my first goal of three for this project, and that's that I want to do it with the least amount of help as possible. And doing it almost completely from scratch is going to be tough, but that's kind of exactly what I want. I want to challenge myself. So, yeah, let's just get started on this. Look at that. Look at that. We got a temporary plane body, which is just a 2x4. I think it's a 2x4 at least. The 2x4 has fallen. We will be not allowing that actually. Okay. So now we get the controller. And now we move the stick up. And oh my god, the ailerons go up, we move it down. The ailerons go down. Wee boo, wee boo, wee boo. Oh wait, we move side to side. Oh, the ailerons go up and down. Oh, diagonal. Oh my god. Oh my god. Whee! Yippee! Yeah, this took a bit long, but I'm so good. I'm so good! So here I'm using two of my three servos to turn these little small arms inside the wings, and each of those have like the aileron mounts actually attached to them. I use little like Lego hands, which I got the idea of actually just a Lego guy grabbing a lightsaber, and I mean it worked, so I'm quite happy with it. And yeah, I also have that same system set up for the tail as well, and hopefully that's gonna work. But right now that is one giant piece done, the wings, and now I just have, well, the rest of the plane to do. But before that, I should finish telling you all my other two goals for this project. So I want this to be as modular as possible, so I can take it all apart, put it back together, change something out. And if one piece doesn't work, I don't want that to be the killer. And yeah, I want to be able to swap stuff out and upgrade it. And then I also want this to fly. Well, obviously it's a plane, it kind of has to fly. But like, I want it to fly fully sustained on its own for an entire minute. And that's the goals. So with that, let's dive back in. All right, team. Look at that. We got the rudder. I don't have the actual rudder wing on, but I do have the rudder attachment rod. And the difficulty I'm having here is we've got this. I'm not sure how we're gonna do this. This is easy, right? But I'm not sure about that. Maybe if I do two on the side and one in here to put it on the end, that would do something. But I'm not sure. Anyway, you can probably hear it and see it barely. If you watch the back here, you'll see it. Look at that. But yeah, pretty cool. And that's going to be on this stick. And it'll still work with the other ones because they're completely on this stick. So that's exciting. Okay, guys. After so many tries, I finally have a decent working rudder. It goes that way, and it swings all the way back. And sure, it might be a bit uneven, but I shouldn't have to take any super extreme turns. And honestly, it isn't that bad because it's tilted uneven, but it's also pushed over, so the maximum's on both sides. And if it's at rest, it's not straight. But if I just move it slightly, you can see, there we go. Boom. Lines up, blocks the hole. And I'm thinking it looks pretty good. And the funny part is, I had to use the old failed prints, but hey, at least they have a use, you know? Other than learning along the way. And as we can see, it's still rigged up to side, which is so cool. Okay, bye-bye. Oh yeah, I also have this. First attempt. Funny. Yeah. But yeah, it's exciting. I can now, the tail's done, the wings are done. So now it's just the rest of the body, the nose, and the central system. Oh, I'm so excited. So this is where Project hit its first big roadblock, and this rudder technically could count as a rudder in like the most technical definition of the word, but dude, just look at it, bro. That thing is not moving much air, and like, come on, just look at that thing, bro. Like, so I decided that before moving on, I was gonna redesign the rudder, and well, just let me show you. Hello team, it has certainly been a bit since my last rudder video. Yeah, that might be why. You see, this little piggy wasn't scaled correctly. These were, I just can't measure. This I measured correctly. These are all too square. This is a bit less square. This is also a bit less square. And this is also. That's way too square. Way too square. This one, wasn't circular enough. But all of these have different issues. This didn't print correctly. This is the original. I've come a long way from my desire for it to not look as bad. Yeah. So, let's show you the final. Look at that. I'm happy with this. It could be a bit further forward, but honestly, this is good enough for now. So we do a little jaboopa boop, and a little jaboopa bop, and a little bit of wing ding ding dong. And oh my god, it's a rudder. Oh my god, it's a rudder. It looks really bad on video, but it looks a lot better in person. And I'm hoping that this is going to be so good. It moves with this. And it goes the right way, and I'm so happy. So now it's time for the nose and, like, winning. Oh, I'm so happy. Hello, team. So today we have propeller. Big propeller. Good propeller. Same day, but, like, better propeller? You know? Oh my god, it's a Beyblade. But basically, I'm gonna assemble this and show you guys the new propeller. So basically, it's all plugged in, and now we're gonna put on the propeller. All right, team, propeller's on. Okay, it's calibrated. I'm gonna give it the slightest bit. And when I turn on full, you are not going to be able to hear me. Very powerful. Yeah. Well, see you, team. So after getting the nose done, I was feeling awesome. I was on top of the world, and I kind of kicked it into turbo drive, as you'll see. And because I'm still a student, and my semester was starting up again very soon within a interesting schedule, uh, yeah, I kind of needed to get this done. So I kicked into turbo drive and got so much done in about 2 weeks. Okay, so this right now is the last piece of the plane. Printing, it's looking quite good. I'm happy with it. And if we go over here, we have everything else laid out, all the electronics. And here we have the nose piece. And I'm so excited because this is the last day of printing. A little bit of glue, and we'll be done. Let's get it. Okay, so we are back to roadblocks. I saw how fast my semester was approaching and that schedule, and I realized that my coupler system wasn't going to work the way I needed it to. So instead of fighting an entire new redesign, time, my semester, and all that, I just made the choice to remove some modularity from my plane. It really hurt to do this though. Like I was fighting directly against one of my three big goals, which that sucked, but I figured it would be better to compromise a little bit of modularity than letting the project fail as a whole. So, yeah, I started gluing pieces and kept it going from there. I'm going to give it a little bit of okay. And there it was. It was finally ready. All this has led up to it, and I was so ready. I assembled the entire plane, and all systems were go. Okay, team. I am here Friday after the crash, which was Sunday, and we have this piece, of which I might be able to salvage if I can epoxy that section, right? We have to rip the wing off, and this piece needs to go off. It's getting melded into one. We lost this piece, which sucks because it is the longest print, but that's okay because this had to be cut, and we can now just print it cut that way. We lost this piece. Not much we can do about that. Another 8 hours of printing. But I have some good news. I did not give up. Right after the crash, I got to modeling, and this all survived. New propeller. I'm trying a new design. This wing is still alive, but this wing just came off the printer now. And you're noticing that's not there. It's because I removed it from the other part too. It's actually going to stop it from kicking out. This is newly printed, and I removed those ends because they didn't connect properly. But yeah, that's the plane right now, and hopefully, a bit over a week from now, we'll have a successful test. Yeah. Let's hope. And with this, I was not ready to give up. I redesigned and improved and printed and assembled, and 2 weeks later, through starting up my classes and fighting my printer as it tried to destroy itself mid-print while I was at the gym. I got the Atlas O2 assembled and ready for flight.
Okay, team. Business is back and it is booming, baby. That is right. We have the entire plane back. It is currently Thursday, February 6th, I believe, and that is going to be almost 2 weeks since the initial crash. Um the death of the Atlas O1, and we are back. Currently, I do have to glue these wings on. That's happening today. And there's no propeller, as some of you may have noticed. That is because right now I'm actually gluing a new propeller for the Atlas O2. But yeah, she is beautiful. And I love the alternating red-gray, which is great because it just came from the mistake of running out of gray filament on the tail, so I had to use red. And from there, I mean, it's just beautiful. I'm so ready for this to fly. We're gonna try a different tactic than throwing it from 15 feet up. And yeah, hopefully this time the propeller stays on. Did a lot of focus on the propeller. I plan to get a new rudder as well. And we're gonna do this test flight Saturday. So yeah, I'm ready for this to fly.
Yep.
Okay. Enabling ailerons. Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Stop it.
3, 2, 1, go. One.
Okay, yeah. Maybe it needed a little bit more fine tuning, but after slight adjustment, she was finally ready to fly. For real this time. Let's do it.
3, 2, 1, go.
Tail is tipping.
This is the last for the night.
Don't die, Atlas.
Atlas, make us proud. 3, 2, 1, go! I cut it too late.
And that's where the project stands. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get it airborne yet, but I'm feeling pretty confident. It was able to pull that cart, which is, by the way, twice its weight, all the way past down that railway. And I'd like to think that if I didn't cut the acceleration, that the plane might have flown, but I just don't think that's realistic. Uh, so right now it doesn't fly yet, but I figured right now, I mean, we're getting to about 20 minutes of a video. I'm gonna give you guys a part two when it gets more, and I think I'm really moving on from stage one of the project to stage two. And stage two is gonna be giving this thing its own wheels, I think. That's the big thing I want to do. But hey, I gave it a ton of effort, and I think it turned out pretty well. And I still have a lot to learn. I mean, I am a student, that's hopefully true, otherwise I'd just be wasting my time. But yeah, I'm quite happy with how it's turned out so far, and I hope you guys look forward to seeing the next part. Stay tuned, and thank you for watching. See you next time.